Big Bang Baby. Baby. From Benny McGee, Nico 144, Rodrigo, Kurt Hodge, and Zilla Killa. But before we proceed, I would like to take a moment to extend my most heartfelt thanks to Humidistan and John Galesniak for signing up for the Patreon supporter of the cause. Gentlemen, thank you so very much for your support. It makes an honest-to-goodness real difference in my life. And if you would like to make an honest-to-goodness real difference in my life, the link, of course, will be in the description. The verse is all power chords. You're going to feel like you're in a stop-motion film. I'm going to call out the E string fret. The A string fret, of course, will move along in kind, and I believe we're just doing 2-finger power chords for this one. So your open low E power chord is open E string, A string 2nd fret, which is the same shape, though you might not think of it that way, as for instance your G power chord, E string 3rd fret, A string 5th fret. You just don't need to use a finger on an open string, of course, so you can use whatever finger you want for the A string as long as it's your finger. So here we go. Open, open. 3, 4, 5, 5. Switch to the A string. 5, 4, 3, 3. 2, 1. Back to the E string. 3, 3, 5, and then A5. We're going to call that the low one. You'll see why later. Open, open, 3, 4, 5, 5. Switch to the A string. 5, 4, 3, 3, 2, 1. Back to the E string. 3, 3, 5, and then end on A5. That's the low one. The high one is exactly the same as the low one, except the last 3 chords, the E3, E5, A5, are just 2 frets higher. So E5, E7, A7, the whole beginning bit's the same. So and you do a low one, you do a high one, and you alternate, except for the line where there's no singing. That's an extra high one thrown in there. So that time you will do 2 high ones in a row. Otherwise, you alternate until the very last time. The last one starts the same as all the other ones, but instead of having either the lower or the higher end to it, you're going to go E7, A7, E5, and it's quick. So and that leads right into the singing songs and signing autographs part, which is going to be a C power chord. I don't know if I hear it or if I just want to hear it, but it's never a bad idea, especially in a Stone Temple Pilots song. A 5th in the bass, so instead of just 3, 5, 5 starting on the A string, you'll have 3, 3, 5, 5, including the E string. And then A, power chord. And then the chord is E, but Dean doesn't play a whole entire E chord. He grabs the G string 1st fret and bends it like a madman when he plays the B string and the open E string as well. So I suppose it is a whole E chord technically, but it's just a little tiny E chord there. And then we go back to our C. This time up to D. And the bend note is on the G string 2nd fret this time. Still want to hear the B and the E strings ringing out in true Dean style. So for free. The chords are E, C, E, C, A minor, and D, A minor, but Dean doesn't play the chords down there. He plays them an octave higher way up here, and I'm going to show you 2 options for how to deal with that. Option 1, the all bar chord. You might want to skip to the next part. But we're going to play our E as the same exact shape, but as the root 6 major bar chord. So your bar is going to be on 12, and then we want A14, D14, G13. You'll notice that that looks exactly like your E chord. It's just way up here. So, but then maintaining this tableau, the C-shaped bar chord, yay, more bar chord shapes for the C chord, is going to be B string 13th fret, D string 14th fret, and A string 15th fret. Back to E, back to C, and then for A minor, we're just going to play our regular A minor shaped bar chord, same fret and everything. Your pointer finger hasn't moved yet. So we got A12, D, G14, and B13. And then for our D, we're going to lose our middle finger and have B string 15th fret, G string 14th fret, and back to A minor. So E, C, E, C, A minor, D, A minor, all bar chord option. Option 2, the no bar chord method. For our E, we're going to do most of the bar chord, but it's not going to require any bars. Grab E12, G13, D14, A14. You'll notice your bar chord is inclusive of these notes. We're just skipping the E strings. And if they ring out, that's okay too, because it's an E chord. And then I have a feeling that the correct answer for the C chord is going to be B13, G12, D14, A15, but who on earth wants to do that? So I'm just going to play a C chord just like normal, but 12 frets higher. So B13, D14, A15, sounds just as good, 900 times easier. Back to our E, back to C. And the open strings are okay too, because they're the same open strings you would have if you were playing regular old C. Anyways, for A minor, same deal. I'm just going to play regular A minor, just 12 frets higher, frets 13 and 14. And then for D, I'm just going to grab B15 and G14, because who wants that really high note anyways? Back to A minor. And then we have E, C, E, C, A minor, D, A minor for the free muffins part. Oh, but silly me, whichever one you choose, and again, I would encourage you to choose either one of those or anything in between that, you know, works for you, that you might come up with that you like. I think it's really cool that Dean decided that those regular normal chords needed to be a whole octave higher, and given that usually the answer with Dean is the hardest possible answer, I presented you with several options there. But whichever way you choose, it ends on the E. And then he goes, you know, before he goes back into the next. I'm so good at doing that. And that's it, because after you go through all those parts again, you end on your verse lick. And it ends on the 2 C power chords, and you're playing Big Bang Baby. Baby. Thank you so much for being here, baby. I'll see you next time with more stuff. I hope that was fun and helpful. Goodbye, baby.